Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome once again. It's a Friday morning here in New York City. That's where we're broadcasting from. We're coming to you live here in the studio in New York City, and the name of the show is called The Coffee Hour. My name is Frank Allan. Thank you so much for being aboard with us. We're going to be with you for the next hour, and we're going to have a lot of fun. We got a lot of things to talk about. We're going to give you all kinds of information, and I want you to chime in on conversation too for wherever you may be. You may be out in New York, where we're broadcasting, and other places around the world, and we're worldwide too. So tell your friends about it. We're broadcasting on 3 places right now. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, and we're on Instagram, and everyone's there. And we thank you for coming in. And I see people are starting to come in now. So I just want to say hello to you guys and happy Friday to each and every one of you. Later on in the program, we're going to have our 2020 feature, 20 past the hour. Brian Kent will be here with the latest developments in today's world of sports, doing sports update. That's coming to you 20 to the hour. DJ Pete will be along. He'll be here, and he'll be having news of entertainment and reciting all of those birthdays of people of notoriety. And it's you and me and all of us together. So let's get started right now, ladies and gentlemen. Raise your cups and let's salute ourselves, and may I shoot up. What is that? The first Joel of the day. At least for me, it is. Anyway, thank you so much for being along with us. As I said, 1 hour of this. And listen, if you're here for the first time, please don't make it your last time. And those of you who are watching us on Facebook, you know what to do. Tag your friends, all of your friends, tag them all, and it'll direct them right here to the show and have them become part of us as well. And if you're watching us on YouTube, all you have to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel, and every week when we come on the air live, you will be notified. And even when we post so much as a video of entertainment of sort, you will be notified with that too. Now, for those of you who are watching us on Instagram, all you have to do is follow us. Follow us, and you'll never miss a show too. So everybody's here, and we thank you so much for that. We do every week get that show going by giving that big hand clap. This hand clap goes out to all of you guys who watch faithfully, and all of you guys who are here diligently and faithfully and loyally, or whatever adjectives you want to use. We thank you for that. That hand clap also goes out to all of the workers in the hospitals, whether they're doctors or nurses or either people working in places in the other departments, maybe even a record department, medical records, right? And you're all been very kind and honorable working with us through this pandemic. So have all of the first responders, the firefighters, the police officers, and everyone else. All of the bus operators, the transit people, subway operators, all of those guys, you know, they take a lot and they do a lot, and they have been open all of this time, making sure that we're around. All of you guys who own mom and pop stores and the grocery stores, the supermarkets and the laundromats, all of those places count. Now, we're doing very good with the pandemic right now. We're sort of coming, pretty clean out of it. We're doing our part, of course. But we still have a long way to go. It's still on. It's still alive and well. So we just don't want to let our guard down. What we want to do is continue to do what we've been doing in the past, is that stay proactive, keep your family safe, keep your friends safe, and everyone around you, all of your neighbors, your coworkers, and everyone, by continuing to wear your mask if you're indoors, particularly. If you're outdoors, that's a little thing. We're a little bit better now. And also, I always push that idea of getting that vaccination. I push that idea. I don't know if you're into it or you don't want to do it. So a lot of people are still on the fence about it, but it doesn't matter, because I will continue to push that idea of getting vaccinated. I got to tell you, I'm here to tell you it's safe and it works. And you have 3 vaccines on the market, as you already know. You have Moderna, you have Pfizer, and you have J&J. J&J, that's the one-shot deal, and you can take that. You can go to your doctor, J&J, and let's see, you have Pfizer and Moderna, which is a 2-shot deal to be fully vaccinated. Now, if you're fully vaccinated, well, it's time for a booster. If you have passed like the 6-month mark, at least 6 to 8 months, People say 6 months. I say 6 to 8 months because I'm pushing for 8 months. I just want to make sure that I'm all in the clear to take my booster, and I will be doing that sometime next month. But for those of you who are qualified for the booster, 65 and over, and people with underlying conditions, and you need that, please take your booster shot. It's very important. Now, when you take that booster shot, wherever you go, and there are a lot of places to go to take it, make sure you take your card with you. That's your passport. That's the proof that you've been vaccinated, so they can put notation on that. Unless, of course, they're going to give you a new card. I don't know how that's going to work, but certainly take your new card with you and make sure. Take your card. You don't have to take it everywhere you go, but take it when you get your shot. And this way you'll have a total complete record on it, and it's very nice for everybody to do that. Now, as I said, you got those three vaccines: J&J, Johnson and Johnson, the Moderna, and of course Pfizer. Now, now here's one thing: a lot of people are working and they're talking about it. They're probably in a dilemma about it. They're wondering whether or not, at this time when they take their booster shot, would they be able to mix and match? I don't know. I don't know about that. But I know one thing: I am going to be safe about it. I'm not going to do the mixing and matching, even if it's cleared. I'm not going to do the mixing and matching. I originally did Pfizer, and that's what I'm going to end up with. I'm going to do the booster with Pfizer. Now, those of you who are doing Moderna, I would suggest that too. J&J, I would suggest that too. Mixing and matching, I don't know. I think that if they clear that, whenever they do clear that, the choice would be up to you, in other words. So no one can force you to mix and match. They may tell you, okay, yeah, sure, I know you took Pfizer before, but now you could take, if it's not available, you can take Moderna. That would be up to you. The most important thing, though, is to get your vaccination, and you can do that by going to your doctor. I'm pretty sure your primary doctor may have a supply of the vaccine, and you can go to any pharmacist. And these days you can just walk right in or make an appointment, depending on however you feel you want to do it. But the main thing is to take it. And once you take it, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Also, this is the flu season. Everybody knows that, right? The flu season is here. And so you want to take your flu shots, right? So if you haven't taken your flu shots, this is a good time to do it as well. I've taken mine. My doctor gave me everything. I must have taken about every shot that's available, because I want to stay safe. I want to make sure friends and family are safe, when I go into their homes or whatever. I want to make sure everything is done. And you should do that too. All of you teachers who work in the school system, all of you doctors, it's very important that you get vaccinated. You can't take care of others until you take care of yourself. And we have to think about our children. Now, I think the vaccines you're going to have to research it. I'm not sure. I kind of lost track of it. But between the three vaccines, find out which is now available for children 5 years old to 12 years old. You got to find that out. And they're starting to do that now, I believe. But please, just check with your doctor or, Google it, research it. There's a lot of places to research that. And if you're not going to get vaccinated, by all means, please take the test, because you have places where you go, like, let's say, for instance, your job, if you're in the school system or something like that, they have these mandates now, And as a matter of fact, in New York City, here in New York City, this is the deadline. Today is the deadline for the firefighters, school teachers, and all of those people who work those essential jobs to get vaccinated, or make sure that you get tested if you're not vaccinated. But they say now, if you don't get vaccinated, and you're going to be off the payroll. All right. Now, this is what we come down to. And the reason why we came down to this is because people don't want to do it. And the people who don't want to do it, which is up to them, it's up to you. That's your choice. Everybody has choice. There's no freedom taken away from anyone. It's just that we have to keep everyone safe. And I'm willing to keep everyone safe, no matter what it takes. So today is the day for that, the last day, the final day for that here in New York City. And I'm pretty sure in other places it's the same way. So we want to make sure everybody's safe. Good morning to NATO coming out of Kobe, Japan. He's here, and thank you so much for being along with us, NATO. We really appreciate you being here as well. Of course, NATO, you're going to give us your weather forecast, right? I hope so. Okay, I just want to see what it's like in Japan weather-wise. Now, those of you who are coming in, ladies and gentlemen, I see a lot of you coming in, so I just want to say hi to you guys. If you're outside of New York, give us a weather forecast. If you're outside of another country, you're in another country, another city, give us your weather forecast. We would love that. If you're from New York, don't worry about it. I'm going to take care of that for you. We're going to take care of that for you and make sure that the weather is good. Now we got the weather. We got the weather from New York. I have mine right now, and I am going to give it to you. And as I said, I will take care of everything in that department. The rest of you just try to relax. And the rest of you who are, like I said, from different cities, different countries, give us your weather forecast when you come in, should you decide to chime in conversation. We've got 53 degrees here in New York right now. And the weekend, I don't know, here in New York, I hope your weekend is better. This is how it looks so far. We're going to have cloudy skies this morning. A few showers developing during the afternoon. High temperatures 59 degrees. Winds will be east at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance of rain will be 30%. So that's a small chance. All right. But it's going to be mainly cloudy out there today. For tonight, periods of rain. We'll have a low of 56 degrees. Winds will be east at 15 to 20 miles per hour. Chance of rain will be 100%. Rainfall around a half an inch. Locally heavy rainfall is possible too. For tomorrow, Saturday, we'll have light rain early, then remaining cloudy with showers in the afternoon. We'll have a high 64 degrees. Winds will south-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour, and chance of rain will be 70%. So the percentage drop from Friday night will drop. And for Saturday night, it will be cloudy with periods of rain. We'll have a low of 54 degrees. Winds will be light and variable. Chance of rain will be 70%. And as we wrap up our weekend for Sunday, it's the better day out of the whole entire weekend for us here in New York City anyway. It's going to be mostly cloudy skies early and then becoming partly cloudy later in the day. We'll have a high of 63 degrees. Winds will be west-southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And repeating our current temperature here in New York City, we start off with 53 degrees and it'll climb up to, say, 59 later on today. And that's our weather. I hope it's better where you are. I mean, it's not like a total washout, except for maybe tonight we'll get a lot of, heavy downpours for tonight. But I guess once we get by that drizzles on Saturdays, it's not like a washout on Saturday. And you can go out. You don't have to build an ark or anything. So there you go. If you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, you're tuned to Talk Back Live. And we're coming to you live from New York City. And that's where we're coming from. We're coming to you live from New York City. And all of you people who are here for the very first time, please note that you can join us anytime as long as you subscribe to us on YouTube. If you're watching us on YouTube and on Facebook, please pass the word. Just be part of us each week because that's what we do. And everyone can view all around the world. All around the world, all of us, we can review. So just please keep that in mind. We're checking, let's see. Oh, what do we have here? Okay, for all viewers can participate in chat. Okay, there we go. There we go. So those of you who are here, thank you for being with us. And please, ladies and gentlemen, say something. We'll be glad to talk to you. If you have anything that you want to say in particular, plus we would be glad to say hello to you. As a matter of fact, let me start it off right now, let you know that I'm out there. And I am going to simply say to you a simple, get the spelling right. If you're watching it right now, here's my thing to you. Hello. I just said hello. I just typed in a hello for you out there, just to start off the party. So say hello to everybody, and everybody. I did that and I do that all the time. Hey, Naoto has a weather forecast. It's 15 minutes past the hour right now, and Naoto has a weather forecast. Thank you, Naoto. Weather forecast in Kobe, Japan. He's got clear skies tonight. It's 54 degrees, and let's see, he's got 2.3 miles per hour north winds. So there you have it. So he doesn't say anything about rain in the forecast, and I hope that it doesn't rain in the forecast. I hope you have a great weekend, Naoto, and it doesn't rain on your parade, and you go out and do what you want to do outdoors, but do it safe just like everyone else is doing. Thank you, Naoto. And I see more people are coming in, so I just want to wave to you guys. A lot of people are sitting idle. That's okay. A lot of people are sitting idle, and that's, like I said, that's okay. You could sit idle and enjoy the show. If you don't want to say anything, that's okay, but you want to sit idle, but that's okay. We appreciate you being here anyway. And those of you may be at work right now. Some of you are at work right now, right? Could be, yeah, you're working. And you're taking that coffee break. You get that 15-minute coffee break. Well, please take that 15-minute at your desk, right? And just relax and watch. And even when the 15 minutes is over and you go back to your work, you're still at your desk at your computer, and you can multitask and watch the show at the same time. But whatever time you can spend with us, even if you can't spend the whole hour with us, we thank you and appreciate whatever time you can spend with us. Okay, I got a little news here, and I mentioned it on the show last night on Talkback Live. The passing of Snoop Dogg's mom. She passed away this week. Beverly Tate, she passed away, and we want to send our condolences out to Snoop Dogg and his family, his friends, his co-workers, all of the people who record with him in the business, everybody that's associated with Snoop Dogg. We want to send our condolences out to the family, friend, brothers and sisters, if he has any. I'm not sure of that, but we want to send our condolences out, and that comes directly from us here on the Coffee Hour. And Snoop Dogg, I really love that guy. I love that guy. Guy has a lot of good personality. I didn't know when he first came on the scene. I didn't know what to really think of him in the beginning, but as he progressed in his art and in his field, he's a likable guy, and he's just as likable as, let's say, Michael Strahan. Guys like that. Who by the way, when you go down the line of show business, if any of you young people out there have any aspirations of being in show business, it doesn't hurt to be nice. It doesn't hurt to be grounded. Not at all. It doesn't hurt. As a matter of fact, it'll help you better. Believe it or not, it helps. And I say that because I'm an advocate of entertainers, and I know a lot of them who are grounded and who are very kind to people, especially the people who follow them, because those are the people who will make you and break you. And unfortunately, we have some people that's like totally off the rails with that. But it's, and I'm not going to say it's okay, but I suggest that, if you have any aspirations of getting into show business of any sort, whether it's radio, TV, or, music or whatever it is, it doesn't hurt to be nice. It really doesn't. And grounded too at the same time, because when you're off the air for the night, or if you're off the stage for the night, those curtains close. The character, you got to put away the character, and you got to be nice, right? That's the way it is. Okay, it's 19 minutes past the hour. We're just about a minute away from Brian Camp, who's going to be talking to you about sports with the latest developments in today's world of sports update. And ladies and gentlemen, give me a second, okay? Just give me 1 second. I just want to reach for something, which I should have gotten. There we go. Okay, I just wanted to reach for something. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we've got what we got. Okay, so as I said, Brian will be here, and he's got the latest developments in today's world of sports update as 20 past the hour. And DJ Pete will be here 20 to the hour, and he will be here with his portion of the 2020 feature, which is entertainment, and he will recite all of those birthdays that come along of the people of notoriety who celebrate birthdays either today or sometime this week. And later on for you, of course, I have those great classic movies that you love so much. I have my picks of the week for those of you who, like me, who will probably be cooped up in the house because the weather's not going to be that great. I have good classic movies that I'm going to tell you about. My picks of the week on Turner Classic Movies. Okay. So in the meantime, let's go to Charlotte, North Carolina right now. Brian Camp on the line. And of course, he has his part at the beginning of the 2020 feature with the latest developments in today's world of sports. Brian, I got to tell you, I don't know what your weather is out here, but it's kind of gloomy here for the time being.
Oh, it's gloomy. Well, finally the sun came out after a day and a half of cloudiness and rain, and it's much better. It's much better. So, it's 61 degrees. It's only going to go up to 64 degrees. We had rain yesterday, but it's a clear day so far. And hello to Pete and to Naoto and everybody out there on Instagram and Facebook. Soon name would be changed, and to YouTube. Hello to all. Hope all is well. So let me get to you with sports. In the NFL, Houston Texans chairman and CEO Cal McNair apologizes for inappropriate choice of words at a team event. McNair made an anti-Asian comment at a team charity golf tournament in May. According to Bally Sports, which spoke to several individuals who were present for the remark, McNair said, "I'm sorry that we couldn't get together last year because of the China virus." While briefly addressing the 100-plus attendees at the Houston Texans Foundation Charity Golf Classic at River Oaks Country Club, McNair was referencing a phrase also used by the last president, that former president. Soon after he made the remark, McNair apologizes to the individuals who were still around him before the start of the golf outing. You're going to make a statement like that, and nobody responds and laughs. Stick to what you do best. Do not become a comedian because you didn't get no cheers. It was offensive, and it may not have been offensive to you, but it's been offensive to other people. It's like I said yesterday and last night that ethnic groups, there are different ethnic stereotype groups that are being attacked. For years, the teams in sports, like the hockey, you got the Chicago Blackhawks and the Cleveland Indians, which they will change name along with the Washington Redskins, who have changed their name for now, and the Kansas City Chiefs, and even in college, the St. John's Redmen, that used to be called the Redmen, is now the Red Storm. So again, it may not be offensive to you. Just don't use it. Just respect everybody's feelings and their ethnic groups or how they feel. Now, to his credit, McNair did apologize. Okay, point well taken. He did apologize. Let's move on. But think before you speak, and let's not offend people. This is supposed to be the greatest country on the planet, but sometimes you have to think otherwise. So let's just be careful. Major League Baseball is certain to have their 9th work stoppage and first in 26 years appears almost certain to start December 2nd, freezing the free agent market and threatening the start of spring training in February. Now, negotiations have been taking place since last spring during the pandemic, and each side thinks the other has not made proposals that would lead toward an agreement, replacing a 5-year contract that expires at 11:59 Eastern Time on December 1st, 2021. Uncertainty over the 2022 season probably will cause high-spending clubs to delay reaching player arrangements. So that's where we are right now. There's a possibility that the union will not come up with a plan with the owners, and who knows? It might be a strike. We don't know. It's early to say, but let's try to get things worked out. Hall of Famer Ken Griffey Jr. is investing in the Seattle Mariners in a way he never thought before. He always wanted this year to have ownership of a Major League Baseball team, But of course, he couldn't do it because he was playing. Now, he'll be part of our ownership going forward. Now, Seattle Mariners chairman John Stanton said Griffey purchased shares from another minority owner who still retains a stake in the club. So while Griffey had to wait, the idea of being part of the ownership group stuck with him, once he was playing, once his career ended in 2010. Ken Griffey Jr. Had deep conversations with like his friends like Michael Jordan and Derek Jeter, and on other further investments. Speaking about Michael Jordan Game 1 rookie sneakers sold for a record $1.47 million as a high-end collector. His name was Nick Forella on Sunday during the Sotheby Icons of Excellence and Haunt Luxury auction in Las Vegas, shattering the record for expensive game-worn footwear. The shoe are Nike Airships, designed by sneaker icon Bruce Kilgore, who created Nike Air Force in the 1982 year and went on to design the Air Jordan 2. So that's a record. These are the actual sneakers that he's worn in his rookie year. Who would have known that he would have turned out to be the player and mega billionaire that he is today? So apparently there are people out there that is willing to buy stuff like this, sneakers, and people buy baseball cards and memorabilia and things like that. So that's a new record. This day in sports, October 29th, Branch Rickey named president and general manager of the Brooklyn Dodgers. 5 years later, he signed the late Jackie Robinson, who was the first black man and people of color into the major leagues as he broke the color barrier. 1945, Happy Chandler, that's his name, Happy Chandler resigns as United States Senator, but remains as baseball commissioner. Yeah, he gave up his politics, but he wanted to remain as baseball commissioner. 1960, Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali, first pro fight, defeated Juni Hunsaker on points in 6 rounds in Louisville, Kentucky. That's where Muhammad Ali was born and raised. 1969, Tom Seaver voted the National League Cy Young Award. 1986, San Diego Padres pitcher Lamar Hoyt is arrested at a U.S.-Mexico border for drugs. Wow. Okay. 1987, Thomas the Hitman Hearns win an unprecedented 4th different weight boxing title. And then 2018, Golden State shooter Klay Thompson breaks an NBA record previously held by teammate Steph Curry for the most threes in a game, which was 14. And also coming up, I believe it's next week, yes, the New York City Marathon, the biggest marathon in the world. Give you some details next week, but get prepared for street closures and time being adjusted. So everybody get ready in New York. Don't make any plans during that time with your cars. Try to go around the traffic. And that's sports, everybody.
I made a big mistake years ago with that New York Marathon, because that's a big thing every year. I made a big mistake and it was, of course, it's like always on a Sunday. And I made a big mistake by driving. I was going to my destination and I got caught in traffic and I stayed there for hours. I stayed in one spot for hours and I had to turn around and go back home. And I said I would never, whenever the marathon comes on, I'm going to stay put. You can't, even, it's not even so much driving, even if you're a walking pedestrian and you want to cross the street and you know that traffic of people are coming by, they're not going to let you cross that street until it's over. So I don't know, you guys who love the marathon, God bless you, but I'm going to stay away.
And it's even also same as I used to drive a bus back in New York, and whenever there was a parade, whether the St. Patrick's Day parade or the Labor Day, West Indian Day parade, you're stuck in traffic. Yeah, you get a chance to view the parade, but who wants to be stuck in traffic?
Yeah.
It takes sometimes 10, 15, 20 minutes just to move.
Yeah.
A couple of blocks, so
yeah,
it's tough.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, all I have to say is stay away. But that's not until next weekend, right? Because we got to get by Halloween. You gonna do anything for Halloween?
Yeah, I'm gonna sit in my garage. I'm gonna watch the NFL games and hand out candy to the kids while I'm watching the game.
There you go. That covers it. All right, Brian. Thanks a lot. We'll catch you back here next week.
Enjoy, everybody.
Take care. Bye-bye. That's Brian Kemp, ladies and gentlemen. The latest developments in today's world of sports with Sports Update. That's his part of the 2020 feature. And we thank him for that. We got a second part of the 2020 feature coming up. DJ Pete will be here with his information on entertainment and reciting all of those birthdays of the week, of this week, and maybe even today, some people. But you'll know more about that. And speaking of DJ Pete, he's there right now. I'm watching him right now. Good morning to you, DJ Pete. He left us a weather forecast from Portland, Maine. That's where he is. That's where he resides, Portland, Maine. And the weather forecast today in Portland, it's going to be sunny skies with a highs of 52 degrees. And overnight will be 45 degrees. So the temperature doesn't drop that much lower from 52 for the overnight period. But that's what it is, sunny skies. And you could spread some of that sunshine over here, Pete, because we have none. I mean, it's peekaboo right now, but they guarantee us that later on it's going to be cloudy, and tonight we're going to get torrential downpours. And so, it's kind of, if you can blow some of that sunshine over here. I mean, you don't have to. I know lobster is expensive, and I'm not asking you for that. The sunshine is for free, so blow a little bit over here. He's coming up pretty soon with information on entertainment. And just in case you're just joining us, the name of the show is called The Coffee Hour. And of course, we're here every Friday. For those of you who are watching us, you're watching us on Facebook, which pretty soon is no longer going to be Facebook, but I'll tell you about that in a second. If you're watching us on Facebook, please pass the information to your friends by tagging them so they can be part of us. You have a few minutes to go on the show, and they can watch the remaining of the show and become part of us, permanently part of us. If you're watching us on YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And of course, once you do that, you'll never miss a show, because every time we go on live, or if I post something, a video or something, entertaining video or something, like, you'll be notified right there. And for those of you who are watching us on Instagram, all you have to do is follow us, and you'll never miss a show. So thank you guys for coming in and being with us. And we did talk about Facebook, right? Now I got to tell you, I'd like to know you guys' opinion on this one about Facebook. You know that they're changing the name, right? They're changing the name, and as we speak, I don't know. I was looking forward, waking up this morning and turning on Facebook and finding out that there is no Facebook. It's another name. So they have another. They have another name now for Facebook, and they're doing the brand. It's a new brand, and it's called Meta, META, Meta. So Facebook is going to be, the name Facebook is going to be dropped to Meta, and that's according to Mark Zuckerberg. Who, by the way, when they had a meeting last night, they had a board meeting last night. This kind of came like off guard. It was like too fast, and people were like, and I got the news yesterday around 4:00 my time, 4:00 in the afternoon my time, and they were unveiling the Facebook logo. They scratched the Facebook logo off, and now you have the Meta logo, which the Meta logo, I don't know how much originality this is, and I don't know what the purpose of it, but it's like an infinity sign. I don't know if you've seen it. If you go on my Facebook page later on, if you look at my postings there, you see I posted yesterday, changing from Facebook to Meta. And the infinity sign, it's like an infinity sign. And I'm not sure what that really means. I'm not sure what the validity of that is. I'm sure it means something to Mark Zuckerberg and all of the other people who work there, but I'm not sure. And I'm not sure why they're changing the name at all. You know, according to Mark Zucker, they said that this new name, Meta, which I guess is short for metaverse, as opposed to universe. I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyway, when I'm posting it yesterday, I know a lot of people responded to it, and there was one response that said, "I think." When I posted Facebook, changing the name, and one of the people who uh, posted their comment on my wall said that they made a big mistake, but made a big mistake. And there are some people with that with their cavalier attitudes about it. They don't really care whether they change the name or not, or they're saying, well, it's not going to be any different. Because when you change a name, you could change it to any name you want, but it's not going to change situations, because you already know that Facebook is under fire right now with all kinds of it. And I had a talk with Brian about it yesterday, last night, as a matter of fact, before we went on the air. And we were talking about, the past, this Facebook thing. A lot of young people are leaving Facebook. I don't know if you know this or not. A lot of young people are leaving Facebook because they have all of these other social media websites that they go to anyway and enjoy it just as much. But they're leaving it, and a lot of people are shutting down their Facebooks. A lot of people are temporarily shutting down their Facebooks because of the drama. There's a lot of drama. Let's face it, there's a lot of drama on Facebook. You have racial slurs and racial overtones and such as what Brian just gave us the news when the NFL owner made that comment about the China virus. We couldn't meet because of the China virus. I wonder where I heard that one before. I don't know. I wonder where I heard that one before. Anyway, it takes one idiot to create a lot. And so that slur China virus was just totally out of control. And you hear things like that posted on Facebook, and now people are battling. There's a brawl on Facebook. There's a verbal brawl on Facebook. And people, just because one person don't agree with another person's politics or religion or race or whatever, there's a big battle over it. And people have gotten tired of it. They shut down their Facebook. They got off. And it's a whole big thing. So I guess I'm babbling about this, but I'm trying to wonder how the name changing from Facebook to Meta is going to change anything. What's the deal? What's the deal with that? Unless they're going on a whole new avenue, and then maybe it'll have effect on this show. Maybe won't have features for us to come on this show to do this show. I don't know what's going to happen. The only thing that I know, that I heard, that they're going to keep the Facebook logo on the app. The little F, Facebook, that logo app stays. That's not going to change. Now, so far on the website, on the Facebook website, it's still Facebook. I don't know what's going to happen down the road. Maybe days from now, weeks from now. Are they going to redesign the website? Instead of being Facebook, it'll be Meta. And then once that happens, what's going to happen to the people who are on Facebook who transition over to Meta? I don't know. I'm not sure of the purpose yet, or how it's changed, because this came on not too far from when the whistleblower came out and said whatever she had to say, and people are reacting to it. So I'm not sure. Again, maybe someone could help me out with this. Maybe you know more than I do about it, but I am not sure why they're changing the name. All right. We'll see. I guess we'll see. We're going to take things in stride and see what happens. See what happens with this show. If it stays on, if it goes off, I don't know what's going to happen. All of us, we don't know. So we're just going to have to find out. Okay, it's 20 minutes to the hour. My name is Frank Allan, and welcome to the Coffee Hour. We're with you every Friday, and we're here every Friday between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. Eastern. All of my times are Eastern, and of course, we have a lot of good talk about it. And I'd like to know your opinion about it. And if you don't have an opinion about that, maybe you have an opinion about something else, because there's always something to talk about. We have so much news that comes on. Uh, and sometimes it gets overwhelming. The news gets overwhelming, and we can't handle it. It's just like doesn't give us a chance to digest everything. So we'll see about that. Okay, DJ Pete is on the line right now from Portland, Maine, and DJ Pete, he's got the information on entertainment today, don't you, Pete?
Today, how are you doing today, Frank?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. You heard about Facebook, right?
Yes.
I don't.
My friends call it Face Stupid, Face Schnook, and a bunch of other names. So
I'm not sure what's going to happen. You probably heard what I was talking about, but I'm not sure.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe we'll just go back to the old days of not worrying about social media.
Probably so. Probably so.
Anyway, so weather forecast for Portland, Maine, United States. Today is going to be sunny, highs 52. Overnight temperatures, lows 45. I got just a handful of birthdays this week that I can find. And the first one is Orrin Glenn Troutman, professionally known as Glenn. First name with one N, second name with two N's. He was an American rockabilly singer whose career started in the early 50s and continues today. Born in Joplin, Missouri in the late 57. Signed with Era Records in Los Angeles, California in 58. Some of his tunes, Everybody's Moving, and I'm Glad My Baby's Gone. Still around today. Also, I think he occasionally gets out and plays music too. So, let's see. Born this week, October 24th, 1930, Giles Perry Richardson Jr., also known as the Big Bopper, American musician, songwriter, disc jockey. Also, some of his famous tunes: Chantilly Lace, White Lightning, and many more. He was known for one of the musicians who was killed in a plane crash near Clear Lake, Iowa in 1959, along with Buddy Holly and Richie Valens and the pilot Roger Peterson. The accident that some of you people know about is referred to as the day the music died in Don McLean's song American Pie. So, happy birthday to the Big Bopper. His son, who passed away a number of years ago, continued in his footsteps for a while, playing some of his music out there. Also this week, born October 25th, 1912, Sarah Ophelia Colley Cannon. That's a long name. She's professionally known as Minnie Pearl, American country comedian who appeared on the Grand Ole Opry for more than 50 years, 1940 and 1991, and on the television show that I'm sure, Frank, you remember this one, Hee Haw,
Yeah.
1969 to 1991.
Yeah.
I remember watching it when I was a kid. I didn't realize it lasted that long.
You remember Minnie Pearl? What is the validity? I don't know. You probably wouldn't know either. But she always wore that tag on her hat. That was her trademark.
Yeah. I'm looking at a picture of her right now. She had a wonderful summer hat with flowers in it, and a price tag hanging on the side of it. It was her stick. Actually, her hat is on display at the National Museum of American History in Washington, D.C.
Oh, that's great. I would like to see that. I want to see what price it was on that tag.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm wondering
like
what it is. I can see it right now. $1.99.
Are you serious? I got to look that up.
$1.98 actually, but
Wow.
I'm looking at it on the National Museum of American History's website.
That's a lot of money. That was a lot of money back in those days.
Oh, sure it was.
Yeah.
Sure it was.
Expensive hat.
But she was a great person, a great comedian. She married Henry Cannon, who was an American Army Corps fighter pilot in World War II. And after their wedding, Henry set up his own charter service for country music performers and took over management of Minnie Pearl's character. Kind of interesting there. And that's what I got for this week.
Wow. That guy, Glenn, that did the rockabilly you were talking about earlier, Glenn. When you said Glenn, I was thinking of, I don't know if you knew this, but there was a Glenn. And you probably seen like those old I Love Lucy movies, series.
He was a sound engineer.
Sound engineer.
Yes. Not to be confused with, one or the other.
Yeah,
if you look up Wikipedia,
Glenn. Because they used to always put on his...
He was a professional TV, film sound engineer.
That's right. And at the end of the show, when they ran the credits, it always said Glenn Sound.
Yeah, Glenn. He was a Canadian-American sound engineer.
Yeah.
Who lived in Los Angeles.
Yeah. Did he spell his first name Glen and then Glenn was Glenn, or is it the other way around?
His first name and last name is like the musician Glenn.
Okay. Now, what's the musician Glenn?
The musician Glenn is Orrin Glenn with two N's. Last name Troutman.
Okay. Troutman, like a fish, right?
Yeah, Troutman. Yeah.
Speaking of fish, I'm still waiting for my supply of lobster.
Yeah, you're gonna have to come up to Portland.
I know.
We don't call it lobster; we call it lobster.
Lobster. Well,
No,
I think they say the same thing in Boston.
Northern New England, Maine, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Rhode Island.
Right, that's right.
Pronounce an R. We call it AH.
Yeah.
Like Dorchester.
Boston. Yeah. Okay. I got some birthdays. Maybe you want to go to some of the parties here, but here's some birthdays here. Randy Jackson from the Jackson 5 is 60 years old today, and R&B singer Melba Moore is 76, and orchestra leader Neil Hefti, the late Neil Hefti, who was a great songwriter and a conductor and arranger, he would have been 99. Neil Hefti, by the way, wrote the Batman theme. Batman. I'm pretty sure he stayed up all night.
TV show?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he stayed up all night composing that one. But anyway, those are the birthdays I have today. Pete, thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. I'm going to post in the comments my radio shows, which I still do here, and hope everyone out there can tune in.
What do you see anything on the horizon for next week?
Next week. Oh yeah, Sunday is Halloween here in the U.S. Canada celebrates it. I'm not sure who else celebrates it.
Okay, but what I meant to ask is, do you see anything on the horizon, whether you'll be here or not?
Oh, next week. Well, let me look. I think I'm going to be around. I might. There's a potential I may have to work.
Okay.
But I'll send you the information.
Absolutely.
Shows are picking up actually right now here in Portland.
Okay, so we're gonna.
And in Boston, I wish I could go down to Boston tonight.
You mean Boston?
There's a show. I know a musician who is also an equity actor called the $1 Million Quartet.
Uh-huh.
And if anybody is familiar with the $1 Million Quartet, it was it was several key musicians from Sun Records getting together and playing music. Carl Perkins, Jerry Lee Lewis, Elvis Presley, and Roy Orbison.
Mm-hmm.
And I know someone who's a musician who played Elvis in the original $1 Million Quartet. I'm not sure if he's doing it in this one again or not, but and he was also in the equity show Heartbreak Hotel, musical about Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But that's happening. We have Rent here in Portland, Maine. That show is closing tonight. Next week, I am starting as an assistant stage manager on a musical cabaret here in the Portland area. Small theater is doing it. In fact, it's kind of ironic because I was the assistant stage manager on the same show 25 years ago.
See, there you go.
Doing the same thing. Same location, too.
We revisit every now and then.
Say what?
I said we revisit every now and then.
Yes. And it's a really interesting take on the musical. If anybody knows about cabaret, it takes place in the early 30s as the Nazis are slowly taking over things left and right in Germany. And the musical starts off very happy, but it gets very dark near the end of it. Great show. Check it out, if Cabaret is playing anywhere near you. And any musical or any stage show, check them out.
Yeah, absolutely. One of these days, we're going to talk about stage shows. Maybe we'll have a whole hour of get you and Brian together, a whole hour together. But we'll talk more. We'll talk more about that. Talk about sports, a whole hour of sports and music. How about
definitely.
Okay, Pete. Thanks a lot.
All right, then. Have a good day. Shout out to Naito, Brian, and everybody else watching today, and have a happy Halloween, and we'll see you soon.
Okay, take care. Have a good one. Good weekend.
You too. Bye.
Okay, that was DJ Pete, ladies and gentlemen. And, of course, he's here. He just wrapped up his 2020 feature, his part of the 2020 feature with, of course, entertainment news and reciting all of those birthdays of everybody in today's world of music. Yes, it is the holiday weekend, and if you consider it a holiday weekend, it's a Halloween. So Halloween is Sunday, and a lot of you kids are gonna come out and give them candy and treats and things like that. They still do that. I used to do it when I was a kid. They still do it. By the way, you can catch Pete on his radio show. He's on www.radio-airwave.co.uk, and that's every Mondays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. And also you can catch him on WMPG Radio in Portland, Maine. That's his hometown. And if you can't reach the radio station, by all means, go to the website. They have a website, www.wmpg.org. He's on every other Tuesday between 8:30 p.m. and 10 p.m. and all times are Eastern in the United States and Canada. And of course, all of that information is up there too. You can check it out. He posted it there. He just posted it on there. You can see you guys who are watching us over there on Instagram. He just posted there, and he posted on Facebook too. So there you go, all over the place. He's gonna make sure that you watch. Okay, we've got 6 minutes to the hour, which gives me a little time to tell you about the movies this weekend. If you're home, cooped up like I will be this weekend because of the weather, you want to catch up on some movies, and I have some classic movies, some Turner classic movies that I think you're going to be interested in this Sunday. This weekend, I should say. And let's get started right now. We have a movie called The Fly back in 1958 with Vincent Price. It comes on Turner Classic Movies this Saturday, tomorrow at 6:15 p.m. Eastern. A great time to watch horror flicks too, right there. And that's right there. And then you have Frankenstein back in 1931 with Boris Karloff. and that's on Turner Classic Movie. That's also Saturday at 8 p.m. I believe that's directly right after The Fly. So back-to-back horror films, and not to outdo ourselves, go back to 1960 with Anthony Perkins and Janet Leigh, and on Turner Classic Movies called Psycho. All right, there's another one for you, another classic, but that comes on Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. So you have a lot of great movies to enjoy. Now, those of you who don't think these movies are good, and I don't see why you don't think so, they're classics. Of course you're going to love them. But also, you could also go back to Turner Classic and check out, go to their to the station and go through the menu, the program guide, and you can see other movies that you say, hey, he didn't mention that one. That's a good one. These are just my picks. I only pick the ones I pick, and I just broadcast them to you. But there are others that you may be interested in, and you can check them out. Also, if you're on Movie on Demand, you can do that. And of course, you have a lot of movies on demand. You know, you'll check out things every week. I check it out to see what I might want to see, you know, something that I like that I haven't seen in a long time. And if it's there, of course, I'm going to take time. And this weekend, if the weather is like really what they say it's going to be, of course, I'm going to be spending time catching up on movies. So you can do that. So let me repeat those old movies again. That's The Fly from 1958 with Vincent Price. And that's Saturday at 6:15 p.m. Eastern. Frankenstein with Boris Karloff, Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern. And Psycho. That's Sunday, the following day, with Anthony Perkins and Janet Leigh. That's Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern, right there on Turner Classic Movies, and everything is Eastern. Every time I mention a time or anything like that, everything is Eastern here. So set your watch accordingly. And speaking of setting your watches accordingly, you have to worry about it this weekend, but the following weekend, we're going to be setting our clocks back 1 hour. Okay? That's on the 7th. We're going to set it back 1 hour. So keep that in mind. But first, we got to get by Halloween and all of those other things that we have to do this week. And those of you who are going to be trick-or-treating, you adults, if you knock on my door, we don't give out candy. We give out Jell-O shots. Oh, boy. I got to make more Jell-O shots now. Anyway, just in case you're just watching us, it's 3 minutes to the hour. And if you're just watching us, if you're just joining in, you're late. You're late, but that's okay. There's always, as I say, next week, you can come back and join us right here on the Coffee Hour. We're here every Friday. Every Friday between 8 p.m., between 10 and 11 p.m. And, of course, you could watch us at that time. And, of course, you could always watch us on Facebook. You're watching us on Facebook right now. You're watching us on YouTube, and you guys on Instagram, too. Thank you for watching us. If you're watching us on Facebook, always tag your friends every time we go on the air and let them know that we're on the air, and they can be part of us too. If you're watching us on YouTube, of course, you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go there, subscribe to it. That way you'll never miss a show, whether we come on live. Every time we come on live, you will be notified. And of course, even if we post something nice, a nice video or something that you'd be interested in, of course, you'll be notified of that. That's the whole perk of being a subscriber to my YouTube channel. And those of you who are watching us on Instagram, all you have to do is just follow me. Follow me. That's it. That's all it'll take. Just follow. And that'll be it. And don't forget, if you want to get in touch with me for any reason, of course, you are able to do that. I am very approachable. All you have to do is call me. I have a number and an email address, and you can do that. And all you have to do is call 641-715-3900, extension 467134. That's 641-715-3900, extension 467134. Or you can email me your comments, suggestions, and ideas about the show, whatever it is. You can just email me. That's Frank Allan, FrankAllan, Frank Allan Prod, Prod. That stands for production. Frank Allan Prod at AOL.com. That's Frank Allan Prod at AOL.com. And with that, I am going home for the weekend. I want to thank you guys for joining us. And please be back with us here next week. Okay, next Thursday for Talk Back Live, Brian Camp will be with me for the latest developments in today's world of sports, of course. and we'll talk sports and we'll engage in conversations just like we do every week. Other than that, I will be back here next Friday at 10 a.m. sharp with more of the coffee hour, you, me, and DJ Pete, Brian Camp, all of us together in one big room. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you have a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend. God bless you and take care of yourself. And I'll see you back here next week. Have a happy Halloween, too. Stay away from the ghosts and goblins. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.